Okay, guys, welcome to our team call for September 21st. I can't believe September is almost, well, it's way over halfway, so it's almost gone, but there's still time to totally finish strong. So with that being said, a couple of my announcements are the Success Club leaderboard. I have to give you girls a serious shout out because I know that August and September typically are one of our harder months. And so for Marie, I know she doesn't catch our team calls. She's leading the pack with Success Club 10. I'm just so proud of you. Peyton hit in the beginning of the month. Brandy's on the board, and it just continues to roll down. So many of you, 1, 2, 3, 4, 16 of you are on the board with points. Either 2 or 4, and there's still time to finish strong. You guys have plenty of time to do that. So I just want to say awesome work for those of you hustling, because I know it's hustle season. With that, we are only 12 elite points away from 2021 elite. Totally doable, and that revolves around Success Club. So let's keep hustling. If you missed it today, Colleen Curtis came in the team page live at noon and shared some freaking gold with y'all about Brendan Bouchard. She has done all of his trainings. I've heard him speak, and she is like a little mini Brendan. So she talked to us about high performance habits, and it was very, very good. Of course, you know, if you were live, you could ask questions and whatnot, but check her out because she brought just some new things to the table that I think could help you. With that, 30-day breakaway is on the table for launch on October 5th. And if any of you know, launches are what propel our business forward. I think anyone who's been through a launch can vouch for that. My MDF launch was my highest paycheck in my 6 years of working this business. So I don't want you guys to let that slip through the cracks. Start talking about it. Get it on your stories. Even if you don't ever want to run, let's freaking talk about it, because there are people out there that do. Okay, so I'm not going to take too much more other than there will be some changes for October. Team calls are going to be moving to Tuesday. It's just, I know we've tried every other day of the week, but Mondays is too much with everything going on with Diesel Nation, and when we're running groups there, everything coincides. So big changes for October. Power hours are moving to the evening. There will be a morning power hour as well, but stay tuned and watch for the calendar posts so you know what's going on with the links. Okay, so moving on. The next topic of business is from my beautiful friend, Suzy. Okay, so I could go on about accolades about Suzy, but before I do that, I have to tell you guys, last Diesel Nation retreat, we stayed up way beyond hours, sitting in the kitchen, talking business strategies, and I fell in love with this woman. Like, I love her fire, her heart and soul, and we have just really hit it off. When she came to New Leaders Conference, I was able to see her because she was in California. Well, right before I left for Pico, I was able to see her in Florida, and I feel like every time we get together, it's just this fire, you guys, and it's because she has it within her. She brings the light, she brings the fire, and she breathes belief. So if nothing else tonight, that is what Suzy's going to do. I have no doubt. When we talked about what she needed, she asked me, what do you want me to talk about? I'm like, girl, your jam's belief. Let's do it. So she's been coaching for 4.5 years. She's a 2-star, but guys, check this out. She has been in Success Club consecutively for 55 months, which makes her an all-star legend. It's absolutely incredible. Of course, like most of us, she's a mom of 2 boys, so I can relate. A wife, she's a substitute teacher. You guys, she's a cross-country coach. She's the epitome of the person that would tell you I'm too busy to do this. Because if Suzy can cram it all in around everything else and still get it done and still hit Success Club and make that a non-negotiable, anybody can, right? She's amazing. So Suzy, go ahead, take it away. I cannot wait to hear everything you bring, and bring the fire.
Oh my gosh, Katrina, thank you so much. Your introduction is amazing. I appreciate you so much, and I feel the same. I look at you I even said it today in my stories. I said, you know, I'm honored that Katrina would ask me to talk on her team call because I look at you as one of my mentors. I've learned so much from you, Katrina, from the minute that you and I just, you know, connected. And in Food and Wine and Epcot, we had all the fun. So we got to get that, you know, both the business and the fun, and it was just perfect. So thank you so much. Well, girls, I am honored to be here with you tonight. And what I want to do is just share with you a little bit about my story so that you can understand how I just started to really hone in on believing in this business. Because I feel that if you don't have belief, it will be very hard to carry you through because times will get tough and this business can get sometimes hard, right? It's simple, but it can get hard. So I, like Katrina said, my name is Suzy. I am a wife, a mom to two boys, and I'm a substitute teacher. And I've been a full-time Beachbody coach for 4.5 years, almost 5 already in November. And my story goes back on the fact that I, through social media, just started to watch my upline coach, and she was talking all the things about, you know, how she was thriving because of Beachbody, the fitness, and the nutrition. And I watched her for 1 year. 1 year. It took me that long to finally just say, okay, you got me, I'm in. Like that was my message to her on Facebook Messenger. And we met and I started to just follow the program like she told me, the 21-day fix, because I was overweight by like 15, 20 pounds. I'm very short. But what was worse than that was that I was very irritated and I was extremely sluggish. And I noticed that I was the mom that I did not want to be, the mom that I had not envisioned. So I do this program. 21 days later, I lost 7 pounds, 7 inches, which for me was huge. I felt on top of the world. And I was just like, oh my gosh, I need to share this with every woman that I know. When my upline coach was like, are you ready to coach? I'm like, hell yeah. I just don't know what I'm doing, going into the unknown, but tell me what to do because I'm your girl. And there my journey began. Going into the unknown, but having belief that I could do it because I was confident. Because I had already the confidence in my results and I already had vision because I saw what she had done, what my upline coach had already done. And in that year, I was seeing like what everybody in her tribe around her, like environment was doing. So when I started to coach, I right away gravitated to the community. And I find that the community was a big part in my belief because in the very beginning, when I felt alone in this business, I found myself completely paralyzed. And I will tell you that the community is what absolutely got me to be able to like grow my wings. And you're probably thinking, well, how does that come with belief? Belief is an acceptance of trust, faith, and confidence. And that is exactly what I found in the community and what I found to be because my upline coach was showing it in her daily actions. Belief is not something you could ever measure. It is not something that you will always get a return on. It is not something that you can purchase or get a training on. It is the reality. I actually have a quote. It says, your reality is a reflection of your strongest belief. And I wrote it down because I wanted to just make sure that I wouldn't forget. Your reality is a reflection of your strongest belief. I sit here with 55 months of Success Club because I believed that I can do it. Because I kept putting one foot in front of the other, month after month, day after day. And when I started seeing that I could do it 1 month, then 2 months, then 3 months, I knew that I can do it for 100 months. Because if you could do it once, you could do it twice. Let me tell you a little story also about, just so that you see how belief comes into play as well. So it's funny because we have a running program coming out now, and many years ago, I would see runners run on the sidewalk and I would make fun of them. I would criticize runners. I would be like, what's the point? You're only gonna make me run or see me run if somebody's like running behind me to try to catch me, right? And lo and behold, I literally started thinking about running when my fitness journey began because I was desperate. I was so desperate to lose weight. I was so desperate for change that I just one day put on my sneakers and I started to run. And I didn't tell anyone because I was so afraid of failure. I was so afraid that they would be like, well, she ran today, but she didn't tomorrow. You know how people will think right away, oh my God, she quit. The very next day, she didn't show up. And I want you to think about that with your business. It's the same thing. You can't, I'm going to show up today and because of fear, not show up the next day. Let me take you back to that running story. So I put on my sneakers. I don't in any way measure how far I ran. I didn't have a watch. I didn't take, my cell phone with me. I just ran. The very next day, I said, I'm going to do it again. And I'm going to get in my car and I'm going to drive where I ran to see how far I actually ran. And when I found out that I had run 1 mile, I literally dropped to my knees and I sobbed because I knew that this was something that I was able to do. And it was just because I decided to have a little bit of belief in myself by lacing up my sneakers and going out the front door. After I had made all the fun, after I had criticized people, after I didn't understand what running was, Suzy was running. And Suzy ran that day, and she ran the next and the next. And can I tell you that the joke was so hard on me that after about 6 or 8 months of running, I decided to run a 5K. And I achieved that 5K. Why? Because I believed that I can do it. Shortly after, my best friend tells me, we're doing a 10K. I'm like, sign me up, I'm your girl. I did the 10K. And right after that, after a year of my journey, I signed up to run a half marathon. 13.1 miles. Me. The one that criticized the runners, the one that made fun of people, the one that was like, what's the point? Here I am crossing the finish line. Woo! And I went through the finish line with my smile bigger than my face, and I have all the pictures to show it. And I literally dropped to my knees, and I was just like, incredible what belief can do if you just start to put one foot in front of the other and never, ever give up. I'll tell you what, after that half marathon, I signed up for my next one and my next one. So I have 3 half marathons under my belt without stopping. I promised myself that I would train so hard that those 13 miles I would run without stopping, and I offered my runs for the people who can't. And that, to me, is such a big part of what belief is. That is, to me, the definition of belief. And I come to you today to tell you that you have to have that in yourself. And if you don't, get it borrowed. Borrow it from Katrina, borrow it from me, borrow it from Peyton. I don't know who you're going to borrow it from, but you are going to borrow it. Because what's going to happen is that that belief is going to grow and grow and grow. And before you know, you are going to be doing things that are so out of this world, and you are going to inspire change in others. And what you're going to do best of all is that you are going to inspire that belief in your own team. And your team will go through things, hard things and good things, but you guys will do it together. Why? Because the belief is there. The belief is there that not only can you do it by yourself, but you can do it together. I want to also tell you that when your upline coach starts to kind of like get your feet wet and train you, they as well are seeing something in you that you might not see in yourself. And when someone tells you, I believe in you, I want you to understand that that takes courage from the person that is telling you that. Because there are days where I don't have that real giant belief, right? But I remember what carried me through the things that I achieved. I remember that belief I had to get me to the other side of the goal that I had set out. I don't want you to ever think that a return here or there, an inactive coach, the haters are going to completely stop you from doing something that you're called to do. If you're on this call, if you're on this team with Katrina, you are called to do big things and to take other people with you. You may not see it, but other people see it in you. And when you can absolutely stop and think, not if I will achieve, but when I will achieve, that will be the game changer. And I hope that to this day, if you have a team and you have people in your downline that are lacking belief, I hope you have some compassion and empathy and go back and tell them, I believe in you because someone believed in me. Someone invited me to this business. Someone paved the way to do the things that we do now as coaches. And I want you to think about that when it gets hard. When you know that you have to put that foot in front of the other time and time again. You are here to serve. You are here to help. You are here to empower other people. You are here to share with others about yourself. And you are here to tell people, rest in my belief if you don't have it. I've done the things, or I'm ready, or I'm willing, or I'm here for it. Rest in my belief. And I promise you that together we will lean in and do the things that we are meant to do. If you are lacking confidence, that's your number one call to action right now. Borrow that belief and rest in someone else. I don't want you to overlook that your words do not carry weight. When you reach out to your coaches or your prospects or your challengers, your clients, whoever it is that you have in mind, don't ever think that your words do not carry weight, because they do. And I want you to be brave and have courage and let them know, step into the unknown, because that's exactly how many of us do it. Like I told you in my story, I came into coaching not knowing anything. I was just ready. I was willing, and I had belief because I had seen what my upline had done. I had the vision because I had seen what she had accomplished. And I had the confidence because I had already followed a nutrition program with a fitness program that got me results. And that alone gave me the confidence and belief to now be looking back 55 months hitting my business goals. The girl that went into the unknown, the girl that didn't know anything, the girl that didn't even believe she could run, with 3 half marathons under her belt. I want you to think about that. I want you to think about how you can pour belief into your team. What are the things that you are doing? Concrete things, tips that I can give you right now. I don't know about you girls. Have any of you heard about the 5 love languages? I'm sure many of you have. Drop it in the chat if you have. If you haven't, the 5 love languages are fundamental to creating belief into your team. So right now, I want you to think about, yes, good. I want you to think about, all right, what can I take back to my team to pour belief in them? Number one, the first thing that comes to my mind is physical touch, right? We are physical beings. I know that when I am with my coaches pre-COVID, obviously now we're all working through a virtual, Zoom screen. But what I'm saying is, before that, when we would get together, do you know how far a high five goes? Do you know how like, for somebody who sometimes can just really feel defeated, how far does a high five go? That's a physical touch. How far does a smile go to someone who is probably super intimidated by attending events? Just saying the thank you for being here, and sneak peeks, all that comes with words of affirmation. Just a text to someone that just says, girl, I got you. I see you. I know you're going through tough times, but I am here with you, and I believe in you. That alone right there can pour so much belief into your team and into your people, into your tribe. What about acts of service? Collaborating with other people. Right away, when I have a new coach, I'm like, who's ready to get on the sneak peek with me? Because all you have to do is share your story. And your story can't be wrong because it's your story. So when people tell me I'm not brave enough to do a sneak peek, what do you mean? It's your story, your transformation, your results. No one could come at you and say that is incorrect. It is your conviction. And that is going to automatically pour belief into your people, your tribe, your peers. Work with sister coaches if you need to. I don't care how you do it, but collaborate. Because that is a way of acts of service. You are pouring into them and helping them step up, level up, next level leadership off the bat. Maybe you have a coach that's been with you for a while and they're feeling low. Bring them back up to do something with you. A new coach call, a rise to emerald, schedule an event, whatever it is, pour that belief by saying, I believe in you. I know you can do this. Quality time. Hopefully when things go back to normalcy or some of it, there's events, there's retreats where you could spend quality time. I know I'm one that was just like, oh my goodness, when is the next retreat? Because I am ready to booty dance and hold hands with all of you. All of that makes a big difference in a person's life. And that comes with quality time. Gift giving. That's another big one. I know that when I have a brand new coach, right away, I send them a little package thanking them with a planner, a beach bar, and sometimes I'll throw in an Energize or now a bevy, whatever it is. And I will just say, here's your little, thank you gift from me for joining my fit family, my tribe, my network of people who, are ready to be leaders, who are ready to do life with me, and who are ready to be filled with empowerment and positivity every day. Whether it's a brand new coach or a new customer, what a card and a little gift does goes a long way. I want you to think about that, because when times get tough, you will need to look inside of yourself and remind yourself of everything that you have accomplished to give back to them. I want you to think about the vital behaviors and take a minute and reflect on how are you doing in your vital behaviors. I know when I see some of my coaches suffering, right away, I ask them, how's your fitness? How's your nutrition? And usually 90% of the time they'll tell me, I'm off, Suzy. I am off. I am struggling. I cannot just see, the light at the end of the tunnel. I am eating away at my emotions, and that pantry is calling my name every day. Take them back to day one. Take them back to the challenger when they reached out to you at first and they said, I need you. I need to change my life. I need you. You've inspired change in me, and I need you to hold my hand. What do I need to do? Take them back. I know for me, I never remove myself from being a challenger. Every day for me is my day one. I still post in my challenge group my meals, my shake, and my workouts. And when I go off on a binging episode, I am raw and real and I say it. And I remind them that I need them as much as they need me. This is a we business. It is not a me business. If you think you're going to do your business on your own, I'm sorry, sister, but you're going to struggle. Because in this business, it is not about doing this alone. It is about leaning in harder than hard into the community, into your peers. And that is what really helps people develop into leadership. And when they develop into leadership, the belief and the vision is so elevated that it brings the entire team up. There's this beautiful quote too. I don't know if I'm going to nail it, but it says, when the tide rises, all boats rise together. And that quote to me has carried me through this business in the 4.5 years that I've been in it. Because I have seen that when one rises, we all do. When that leader rises, when that upline rises, we all do. And when she is down, we are all down with her. I want you to also think about another quote that has carried me also through the very hard times. It's, your effort needs to match your goal. If you are not putting into your business with your daily actions, the effort of where it is that you want to go and the goals you want to reach, it's going to be very difficult to get there, my friends. Your effort has to match that goal. Your effort has to be enough to be able to carry you through to get to that milestone and that achievement, whatever it may be. I know that when I look back and I think, okay, in the beginning of the year, Suzy, you said you wanted to be an elite coach. The first thing I think about is, did you act like it? Can you really say that you are leading an elite team? Were you doing all the things all the time to represent an elite coach? Or were you just being a good coach? Or were you just being a great coach, but maybe not an elite coach? Maybe to the standards of a premier coach, but not an elite. Not to say that they're bad, but if you have goals, your efforts need to match. And that goes right back to reminding yourself about your belief and putting that foot in front of the other each and every day. When your coaches go quiet, now that I see Peyton writing that, when they go quiet, that's a bad thing. Extend a helping hand. Let them know that you are here, that you still believe in them, even though you're not seeing them active, that you still are ready to help them out and borrow that belief. Let them know again, rest in mind. I am here for you, but make sure that you are looking to those coaches that have gone quiet, because that usually signifies a problem. That usually signifies that they are right now lacking that belief and they are needing that from you. I know there are times where I just pull out a sheet and I'm like, here's the list of all the books right now, girlfriend, that you should be reading. Whether it's 1, 2, or 3. Sometimes I juggle because I'm trying to hit different goals. And I pick the book of what I'm needing in my journey. Sometimes it's about mindset. Sometimes it's energy. Sometimes it's just plain and simple network marketing, so that I understand what this business is about, whatever it is. Make sure that you are providing that value and that system to help them understand that you are here, they are not alone, and that you are ready to duplicate it for them so that they too can rise with you. I want to just leave you with the last thing about understanding that if you do not start with just making sure that you are the one that has to show for yourself every day, it's going to be tough. Your coach could tell you, hey, I'm here. They could extend the hand. They could show up, but they cannot do the work for you. You still have to show up. So I can talk all this belief. Katrina can lend you her belief. I can lend you my belief. But my friends, you still have to show up and do the action. I want you to understand that that action is what is going to give you the confidence to then really fill yourself up with, extraordinary belief that is going to inspire change in others and in your coaches and in your business, in your organization, in your life. It will ripple effect everywhere. Because I don't know about you, but when you're thriving in your health and fitness journey, everything else is thriving. My marriage thrives, my social life thrives, my friendships thrive, like everything is thriving. My social media is popping, everything is thriving because you're working on yourself. And isn't that what this business is about? It is. It's about working on yourself each and every single day. That is what our business is. It is to go next level in our version, to become our best self. And I don't know about you, but my business, the fundamental value of my business is my journey. It starts there. It starts with you. It starts with just working on yourself each and every single day and understanding as well that this business is not transactional. It is relational. So people need to see you doing the actions. People need to see you showing up each and every day. That is how you really get people to like you, to trust you, and then they will join you. The last thing that I just want to share, I know I said it was the last thing, but the one more thing that I just want you to understand, that when you work on your best self, it does the compound effect. It's the results, the daily decisions that just compound one on top of the other, of the other, of the other. And before you know it, the results will explode. There's this bamboo story that says that for 6 years, it doesn't do nothing. It sits, it doesn't flourish, it doesn't shine, it doesn't give anything. But on the 7th year, it booms. And I know that for a fact that if you continue to think about that and stay the course, stay strong, you too can boom just like the bamboo. I will tell you that you are absolutely equipped. Don't think you're not. We all are, because we have the power inside of ourselves already. It's within. You just have to make sure that you are looking deep within and being brave and courageous to say, I'm ready. I'm going to bring it. And I am going to make sure that I make people feel so that they can benefit from this opportunity. Let me repeat that. I am going to make people feel so that they can benefit from this amazing opportunity. My friends, if there is anything else that you need from me, you let me know. You're more than welcome to reach out and let me know, Suzy, I need help or this or that. But I will tell you this. It's been an honor to pour into you tonight. And I hope that this really tugs at your heart, because I know for a fact that this business has changed my life. And if it has changed mine, imagine what it can do to others. And if I can, you can, right? If Katrina was able to do it, you are able to do it. We are all able to do it. But it starts with saying, yes, I am going to believe in myself. That's what I have for you, Katrina.
Absolutely amazing, Suzy. You did great. I left off of you were premier coach, girlfriend. You're all nuts and I don't have any other thing. This girl is flying high. Are you kidding? No, but you see her belief. She believes in what she says. She speaks with conviction. She lights my fire. I'm sitting here taking Suzy notes, at least 4 pages. So I appreciate you.
You're so awesome.
Do you guys have any questions? I know you're just kind of all like,
yes, let me know. If you have any questions, unmute yourself and bring it.
I think everyone just is kind of like, as far as the chat, like, I'm leaving with a different perspective. I really needed this. Holy moly, like, I think sometimes we're so task driven and task oriented, we forget about the bigger picture, like the love languages and all the little things. Yes, but it's definitely.
Yes. And I'll tell you what, when things get hard, just don't get caught up with the daily actions. I know that sometimes it could be very repetitive, because we are a business that we're on repeat all the time, right? But what I want you to just remember is take yourself back to day one. Take yourself back to that person when you reached out to Katrina, to whether start your fitness journey or your business. Take yourself there. There's hundreds and thousands of women that are sitting in that spot, and you are the light. Right now, you could be bringing them that hope to say, I know, I got you, sister. You could borrow, belief from me, but join me. I'm ready to do this with you. And if I can, you can too. So don't get caught up with the work every day. I know, trust me, the business activity tracker and success club, I know, I get it. But at the end of the day, there's so much purpose behind that. And I want you to remember and look sometimes within and think about your story. How powerful is your story? And what can that, tell someone who right now is in the dark, wanting and needing more women empowerment, another babe to be like, hey girl, I got you. I'm with you. I know what it is to be, like in a low place, but I'm going to fight with you and I'm going to be in the trenches with you. So just make sure that you remember why you do this. It also goes back to that. Why are you doing this? Why are you here right now? Why are you sacrificing time away from your family or whatever to be here? You have to make sure that you dig deep, deep in and say, this is why I'm here. And this is why I'm going to push past all the daily things that, we get caught up with Success Club and all that. I had a coach the other day tell me, my gosh, but, I just want to hit Success Club for I want to see those numbers. And I said, sister, the number represents lives. It's not about the number. It's about the lives that you're changing. So when you do those daily tasks with that in mind, it's going to flip your perspective on the business. It's just sacrificing and saying, I'm going to do it because I am going to be courageous to be that light and that hope for that mommy or that woman that needs me today.
I love it. I love it. Anybody have any questions? No? Suzy, you brought it. I think we're all just like, we got to go out there. And
all right, my friend.
Good, hustle. So real quick, if you can take off, put your picture on so we can take a picture. I think I need to run a marathon. Oh, Jess. Yes.
And if you don't have any questions, that's fine. I just hope that whatever I brought right now inspires you to take action right now. I know that many of you are in the West Coast. I know it's late here in the East Coast, but if you guys are in the West Coast, take that action that, you know, that whatever it is that you're feeling, and take it and pour it into your people right now, your audience. The world needs us so badly right now, girls. Take it right now. Take a minute, just put on the timer, focus, and just say, you know what? Let me do focus work and talk to that woman that needs me today, and just go crush those goals. Remember, if I don't even know you and I'm telling you I believe in you, imagine you got this. You can do it. If I can, you can. So just, I'll leave you with that. Sure, Katrina, let's take a picture.
Alrighty. Everybody smile. 1, 2, 3. Good job, guys. I'll tag you all in it. No, I loved it, Suzy.
Awesome.
I sat here and I'm like, I need to go put a post up. I'm feeling, I never feel posts, so it's time for the posts. So everybody else.
Awesome, Katrina. Thank you for having me, my friend. I appreciate it.
No, Suzy, I appreciate it. I know it's late for you. So team, go out there and go make a post, go send some invites while your energy's high and the fire is hot. Strike while the iron is hot.
Yes.
All right. I love you all. Have a great night.
Bye, girls. Have a good night. Bye.